Hi everyone, welcome to today's yoga class. So for today we're just going to do a nice gentle sip and stretch class. So go ahead and grab your beverage of choice, whatever that may be. Grab yourself your mat. Obviously it's optional if you have blocks and a blanket, but they're always great to have just in case. And like I said, we're just going to take you through a really nice gentle stretch today. So you can either go ahead and get started in a reclined position in a nice standard traditional Shavasana where you can extend your legs out long. If your upper back is feeling, or lower back is feeling a little bit sore today, you can just use those blocks or that blanket in whatever way feels right. So for some of us, it's grabbing that blanket, rolling it up, placing it underneath your knees, and it'll help tilt your pelvis a little bit to alleviate some lower back tension. You can also bend both knees, allow them to cave in towards one another, or support any part of your spine with your blocks. Palms are going to be facing up. As you pull your shoulders back and down, go ahead and close your eyes and just start to melt into your mat here. Starting to take those nice long inhales and exhales through your nose. Relaxing your jaw. Releasing your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Perhaps parting your lips slightly just to help you relax your face even more. And just really feel yourself melting down into your mat and into the earth. As you lay on your back, or if you're choosing to stay in that seated position, maybe do just a gentle scan of your body, noticing how you're feeling today, noticing any areas of tightness or discomfort, never judging them, just simply noticing them. And just remembering to take your options, even if though we're just stretching today, we're just going to be doing some really gentle poses. It's good to know that you can always come back into this Shavasana or into a child's pose if any part of your body is just not quite feeling right today. We'll go ahead and take a few more really nice cleansing breaths here. In and out through your nose. So inhaling, feeling that belly rise as it fills up with air. And then exhaling, drawing your belly button in towards your spine, exhaling that stale air. On your next breath, slowly starting to bring awareness and movement back into your body. You can start by wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. Starting to circle your wrists and your ankles. And gently moving your head from side to side, releasing any tension you might be carrying in your neck here. If you have a prop underneath you, such as a blanket or blocks, just gently placing it out of the way for now. And if you're in a seated position, go ahead and lie down gently on your back. From here, I'd like everyone to go ahead and bring both knees into your chest. And then wrapping your hands around your legs, just start to gently rock from side to side, massaging your spine here. Noticing how that back is feeling. Beautiful, placing your hands on top of your knees, big toes touch, starting those knee circles, so opening and closing, starting in one direction. Noticing any tightness that you may be feeling in your hips as you go ahead and switch to the opposite side. And then bringing those arms into cactus, gently sending both knees over to one side of the room. Your gaze can fall in the opposite direction. And if you want to get more out of this stretch, simply take that top knee and start to pull it in even further towards you. Eyes can be opened or closed here. Noticing any sensations you may be feeling along your glutes. Noticing how this makes your lower back feel, and remember, ease up slightly if your body's just not feeling this pose today. On your next breath, squeezing your core, you can go ahead and bring both knees back to center and then send them to the opposite side. Gaze once again can fall in the opposite direction, pulling onto that top knee if you want more of a stretch. I like to bring my arms into cactus because it's a really nice, gentle chest opener. Couple more breaths here. And then slowly, once again, squeezing that core nice and tight, bringing those knees back to center. I'd like you to go ahead and cross your ankles, grab onto your big toes, and rock and roll yourself up until you make it to a seated position. Now, I did call this sip and stretch, so make sure if you have a beverage, you take your time, you go ahead and drink it. Oh, that's good. I've got some coffee and Bailey's in mine today. All right, so from your nice seated position, we're just gonna start in our nice easy pose. You're gonna bring your right arm out to the side. You're gonna walk, walk, walk those right fingertips, and then gently sweep that left arm over to the right. Just feeling a nice gentle stretch here in your lats. Pausing for a breath or two. And then slowly coming back to center. We'll do the same thing. Reach, reach, reach. Left fingertips, right arm overhead. Beautiful. Coming back to center. Inhale, sweeping both hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Two more. Inhale, sweeping your hands all the way up. And then exhale, heart center, last one. Inhale, really nice big sweep as your gaze follows. And then exhale, hands to heart center, gentle twist. Left hand, right knee, looking over that right shoulder. You're gonna pull that shoulder back and down. Beautiful, coming back to center, switching. Right hand, left knee, looking over that left shoulder. Beautiful, coming back to center. We're gonna get into those hips. So I'd like you to come into a nice 90-90. So what that looks like is your first knee. So you can decide which side you want to start on. I'm gonna start with my left foot forward, my left leg forward. I've got a nice 90-degree angle here. And behind me, I've also got a nice 90-degree angle. So sometimes in yoga, we call this deer pose. For today, we're just gonna call it the nice 90-90, keep it nice and simple. So even holding right here, you might start to feel a stretch. Now I want you to slowly start to hinge down. You can walk your fingertips and just notice what changes as you slowly start to lower towards that front shin, or maybe even towards that front knee. So you're gonna decide if you want to be centered or if you want to come on a bit of an angle. So one is gonna be a little bit simpler for your body. And then from here, just relax your neck. So just drop it down, chin to chest. So you should be starting to feel a nice gentle stretch in that front hip. Remember, easing up if it's too much. One more really nice big full breath here. And as you slowly start to walk your fingertips back, you're gonna just roll up gently, one vertebrae at a time. Your head comes up last. From here, you can go ahead and swing your other foot forward, and then we'll do just a nice gentle windshield wiper. Oh, you might have heard that nice crack that came from my body. So again, for me, having really tight hips, it's important for me to be working on my hip mobility every day. So if you're also one of those people, even 5 minutes in the morning or 5 minutes before bed is a perfect way to start and end your day. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on the other side. So for me, my right foot's coming forward, starting in that nice 90-90. Adjust as you need to. And again, you're gonna notice a difference from one side to another. So for some of us, this is gonna be enough. You can also, once again, start to experiment, start to lower down, and drop that chin towards your chest. So once again, deciding if you're going to be centered with that front shin, or if you want to be more on an angle over top of that front knee. Play around with both, see which is more comfortable for you. Nice job. One more nice big full breath here. Slowly starting to walk those fingertips up, rolling up gently, one vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last, sweeping that back foot forward. Oh boy. Maybe more coffee next time, less Baileys. As you go ahead and do another windshield wiper here. Awesome, so now we're gonna come into a seated pigeon pose. So it's a little bit different than what you're used to. It's actually gonna remind you maybe of a figure 4 stretch. So I'm gonna start by placing my right foot over top of my left thigh. And then I'm gonna just get to a spot where my hands are comfortable. I'm pulling my shoulders back and down. This is it. So this is the stretch. So even though it doesn't feel like much, it is actually getting into those hips. If you want to feel more, that knee that's forward, you can gently start to put pressure on it, or even just move it on its own. So it's going towards that side of the room more. So for me, it's my right knee. I'm really trying to get it pointed towards the right side of the room, and I'm feeling quite a bit here. So you're just gonna hold and pause. This is also one of those great ones that if this is uncomfortable, you can do this seated in a chair. It's gonna ease up some of that tension. So you can always go ahead and give that a try. Remember, pull those shoulders back and down. And this shouldn't be a passive pose. The entire time I'm doing this, I'm not just completely relaxed. I'm actually actively pushing that right knee forward, and I'm pulling my shoulders back and down. So right now, I'm squeezing my shoulder blades together. I'm feeling a lot of tension in my triceps because of that. So if you're feeling nothing, I really want you to focus on those different parts of your body and try to move those muscles slightly. We're gonna hold here just for one more breath. And then gently go ahead and release, I like to bring both legs out in front of me, do a nice gentle shake, and then we'll go ahead and switch sides. So this time I'm going to place my left foot over top of my right knee, right thigh, whatever part of that leg is most comfortable for you. You're right away going to notice a difference from one side to the other. So remember, it's active. So I'm just going to start to gently press down with that left knee, pulling those shoulders back and down. Just hold here. That's the hardest part sometimes with these classes, is actually being able to hold a posture for longer. It's why sometimes it's a lot easier to do it in person, because you have all of the other people in the room to kind of distract you. So this is where you might start to see yogis doing some people watching. So when you're doing this on a screen at home, it's not quite the same. So I always recommend playing your own music in the background, and at least you can focus on that. We're going to hold here for a couple more breaths. Hang in there if this is feeling a little bit tight, a little bit uncomfortable. Remember, discomfort is okay, pain is not. So if you're feeling any kind of pain, please ease up. Nice job. On your next breath, you can go ahead and slowly release that top foot. Once again, bringing both legs out in front of you, doing a nice gentle shake out, and then bringing the soles of your feet together. We're going to just do a really nice gentle forward fold in our bound angle pose. Soles of feet together, they don't need to be super close to your body. You can bring them out a little bit so it's more of a diamond if that's more comfortable for you. Nice big inhale, sitting up nice and tall. And then exhale as you drop. If you have a block, this is a great opportunity to place the block on your feet so your head has somewhere to rest. Otherwise, once again, chin to chest, relax that neck. On your next breath, slowly starting to roll up one vertebrae at a time, stacking that spine, and your head always comes up last. We're going to go ahead and come onto all fours, go through a few rotations of cat-cow here. So making sure shoulders are stacked over wrists, hips are over your knees. We're going to start by inhaling, tilting that pelvis up and back as your gaze comes up. And then exhale, round your upper back, look towards your belly button. Inhale, pelvis up and back, squeezing those shoulder blades together. And exhale, pressing those shoulder blades away from each other, rounding your upper back. Continuing with your own breath here. And then adding in any other movements that feel good. Beautiful. A couple more rotations. And then you're just going to go ahead and pause in that tabletop. So nice neutral spine, nice flat back. Walk your hands out as far as you can while still leaving that upper back looking how it was before in our tabletop. And then slowly bring your chest down, coming into our puppy pose or our melting heart pose. From here, you can sweep your left arm under your right, threading the needle, allowing your left temple to rest on your mat. So I'm still reaching with my right fingertips. So once again, we don't want any of these poses to be too passive. You always want to be doing the work to get that nice stretch going. Nice job on your next breath. Gently coming back to center, resting here for a moment, reaching, noticing how your chest is feeling here. So if you've been working on your chest a lot, you might start to feel a little bit of sensation on either side. From here, sweeping that right arm under your left, right temple comes down. Beautiful. Once again, coming back to center. And then from here, gently coming forward, you're going to come all the way down onto your belly. You're going to bring your left arm straight out to the side beside you. Right fingertips are going to be at the right side of your chest. And you're going to roll over onto that left shoulder. So just getting a nice shoulder stretch going. That top leg, you can bring it behind your bottom one. You can stack them on top of each other. If your shoulder is more open, you'll be able to open it up just a little bit more. And if you need to feel more of a stretch, just start to walk your left fingertips up higher towards the top of your mat. Otherwise, stay right here. Gaze can be towards the sky. So we're just using the ground to help us release the shoulder. Holding just for a couple more breaths. Great job on your next breath. Gently rolling back over onto your belly. This time, right arm straight out to the side, left fingertips at your chest. Roll over onto that right shoulder. One more nice big full breath on this side. And then gently coming back to center. You can rest your forehead on your forearms as you bend both knees and slowly windshield wiper from side to side. From here, extending your legs out long. You're going to rest your forehead on your left forearm as you bend your right knee, grabbing onto your right ankle or right foot, and relax that forehead down. So we're just getting a really nice gentle quad stretch here. If this is too much, once again, you can ease up or just keep that knee bent. The goal is to try to bring it in towards your glutes. You can also play around with closed knee versus open knee to get to that position where you feel the most comfortable and where you're feeling a stretch. Holding for 2 more breaths here. On your next breath, you can gently release that right leg down. time switching arms, your forehead's gonna rest on your right forearm, bend your left knee, start to bring it in towards your glutes. And if you're not feeling enough, I want you to focus on pressing that left quad, so that left thigh into your mat. Just that extra pressure of you pushing it down should get you more of a stretch here. Two more breaths on this side. And then gently releasing, your forehead can rest on both forearms as you once again bend both knees and just do a nice gentle windshield wiper from side to side. Placing shoelace side of your feet down, you can start to bring your forearms in towards you. We're just gonna come into our Sphinx pose. So if you notice, I've got two 90-degree angles here, and this is just a really nice gentle back bend intended to release any tension in your lower spine. If you're not really feeling enough and you'd like to feel more, you can walk your fingertips out further, straighten your arms, and then walk them back. So you'll notice it's a really big difference in the bend of my back. You can pull those shoulders back and down here. You can also just let that head relax. So if you're in your Sphinx pose, you can take your block, place it down in front of you, and it gives you something nice to rest your head on. So that way once again, you're not holding that neck up. So you're gonna decide what version you'd like to work on today. As we hold here just for a few breaths. One more nice big full inhale and exhale here. If you have that block, you can gently just place it off to the side. Slowly start to lift your body up. Coming back into that seated position. From here, inhale, sweeping your hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Two more. Inhale, sweeping your hands all the way up. And exhale, bringing your hands to your heart. And our last one. As you inhale, really pulling those shoulders back and down. Gaze follows. And exhale, bring your hands to heart center. If you'd like, you can come into your traditional Shavasana here. So laying on your back once again. Otherwise, you're more than welcome to pause the tape here. I will take you through just 1 minute of simple grounded breathing if you'd like to stay with me. So if you are going to stay with me, you can either, once again, lay down on your back, or you can join me in a seated position. Palms can be facing up if that's comfortable for you. Pulling those shoulders back and down. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Continue breathing here. Feeling that belly rise and fall as it inflates and then deflates with air. Just noticing those sit bones melting into your mat. Focus on that breath as you once again unclench your jaw, release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your forehead, perhaps part your lips, and just let everything go as you fall into your mat. I invite you to stay in your version of your Shavasana for as long as you wish. I only ask that when you do come up, you do so mindfully, carefully, and safely. If you're laying on your back, rolling over to one side before you come all the way up. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your sip and stretch practice today. From the bottom of my heart and from my energy to yours, namaste.